Yep, Cyrus says, or cock and bull, or half and half, because this is now a merged show that we are doing out of sheer respect to the government, both Maharashtra and Delhi, which are separate governments and don't like each other. But before I call on Dr. Munjal V, Kapadia, V for victory, who's going to help us not only with his life, but hopefully give us, throw some light on this vaccine. I won't call it controversy, but I think there's a little bit of, we need light to be shown on the vaccine because people are asking all kinds of stupid questions after a while. So that's in a second. First, I just want to mention I'm going next week. I'll be traveling all over and I'm going to go on a plane for the first time. I'm mortified because being a cowboy and not very fond of the mask culture, I'm told that I'll have to keep the mask on and a face shield. Which, let me tell you, Cyrus Brocha has batted in testing conditions all across India without a helmet or an abdi guard. And now I have to wear this bloody mask and on top of that, a second face shield and for long hours on a plane. So I'm a little scary. I wanted to ask one question. If we do that, can we remove it in the middle or not? Or we have to stay like that, like knights from a 17th century painting for the entire journey? That's one. And two, I would also like to know if they make us wear those PPT suits, how do you urinate? Because I tend to pee a lot on a flight. I don't know, my anxiety level goes up. Now it'll be even double. So I'm wondering whether I could cut a hole for myself or whether that would be, erroneous and wrong and looked down upon. But these questions will be answered by the one and only Dr. Munjal Kapadia, who joins us. But I first need to introduce him because he had me on his podcast. What a huge mistake. He had great following till that episode. And then he put me on an episode which nearly cost me my marriage and him his podcast, possibly his marriage as well, because you know how wives don't understand exactly who you're talking about when it's an audio medium. So let me welcome him with a welcoming smile. Hi, Dr. Munjal. I can see you're in good health, and for a
Good.
moment I thought you were on a treadmill because
No,
that
no,
that looked like handles, like almost like a mini motorbike. But you're not. You're not. Hi,
no,
how are
no.
you
Good
doing?
morning, Cyrus. So glad to be on your show.
Really, and this is all I'll allow you to talk, huh? Because I was hardly given any footage in your show. We'll come to that in a second. I want to just set you up a little bit for a few people who want to know more about you and haven't heard the podcast. Dr.
Yeah,
Munjal's career is all about running a hospital, but he's also, and let me pronounce this correctly, obstetrician, which is not like half electrician and half fat guy, and a gynecologist, which is fat woman, but in a nice nature way. Nothing wrong in
yeah.
being fat when you are carrying a baby. In fact, you're not fat, you look stupid. So that's what you are in terms of academic medical practice. But you're also a bit of an entrepreneur. You run a hospital. So tell us a little bit about that. Let's start with the beginning, and then we'll get into this whole vaccine and all, which is going to be a little, I suppose, controversial.
Uh,
So let's go back to the young Mr. Dr. Kapadia.
So I was brought up in a doctor family. My grandmother was a gynecologist.
Hey, y'all
One
must
of
have
the
played. Did y'all play doctor nurse?
yes, very often. I
Oh,
always played the nurse because I never wanted to be the patient.
a nurse with a mustache. But of course, why not? There are so many male nurses in the world. It's a very, I think,
Yeah,
profitable thing to do in certain countries. Sorry,
yeah.
huh? So,
So
doctor
my
background.
grandmother was a gynecologist, dad's a gynecologist, and we lived in the hospital. We had a. I actually come from a beautiful Parsi town called Navsari
Ah,
in
Navsari,
Gujarat.
Navsari, Gujarati में Navsari बोले. हाँ, हाँ.
Yeah, so I come from a wonderful
You
Parsi town
you have
where
property
my
and all there?
I live there.
Oh, you.
Bombay. We just moved to Bombay 5 years ago. We studied in
Right,
Bombay, etc. My mom's from Bombay. My
right.
wife's from Bombay, but originally our family is from Navsari,
Wow.
and we lived in our little hospital. My grandmom started it in 1948.
One
It was
sec.
like
In
a
Navsari or this is Navsari?
in Navsari,
Huh,
Navsari, everything
huh,
in Navsari.
huh.
It was like a four-bedded nursing home,
Oh,
and she was a single mom. My grandfather had passed away due to tetanus a few years ago, and she had
oh,
four
sorry.
kids. And very, very hardworking lady, and a really incredible woman. And she changed the gynac picture of South Gujarat, at least in our area, to a large extent. We used to hear stories. Patients used to tell us, your grandmom used to come to our house to deliver us, and we used to be on the hitchka. All Gujarati homes used to have a little swing,
Correct.
and she used to make them lie down there, and she used to
What are you
deliver on
saying?
the swing. Yeah,
No way.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they would
Because
lie in the swing and then the delivery would
because there
happen?
was no space, no, in these tiny homes. They were overrun with people. There was no privacy, so she used to. There's a lot of stuff she's done.
In cricketing terms, would the child come out outswing or in swing?
It depends.
We need to
One
see the
minute
visual.
outswing, 1 minute in
Oh, yeah,
swing.
fair enough. Yeah, it's a rhythm method. Oops, ouch. So she was quite the pioneer, is what you're saying. She would.
Yeah, quite the
In,
pioneer and very, very hard worker. And she brought up four kids. My dad was the youngest, and he did his medicine. He was also uh, unlike his children, very gifted in this field,
See,
and
you
he
understand
came to Bombay.
in the Indian ethos, when you do self-deprecating conversation, that means you're very good. It goes up from Amitabh Bachchan downwards. Other people, you'll never see them saying, "I'm a great actor" or anything. It's always the opposite. The director's actor,
Nahi,
DM,
nahi, but
So you're doing
but
the right thing for your greatness to be accepted. Remember that. Yeah.
nahi.
Uh,
So then he came
Sharam
to
aate. Sorry. I withdraw my remark. I don't want you to be uncomfortable, doctor. Please go on.
so he came to Bombay and he did his medicine and gynecology. And as with the people of his generation, he wanted to either go to the United States or settle in Mumbai. And they're already, um, yeah, because
Sorry,
nobody.
it's a. I won't get into the choice. Huh? Go on.
No, no, really, because nobody wanted to go back to a small town. Uh, affordability was an issue. You've spent so many years of your life studying. You want to make a decent living. You want staff that can help you achieve your goals. You want patients that can kind of appreciate the level of care that you bring to your craft and things like
So,
that.
Munjal, y'all are the opposite, if I can interrupt, to a South Mumbai experience, Gujarati or non-Gujarati in South Mumbai, where we never leave the area once we reach here. Okay, we
Yeah.
don't actually want to go out, but what you're saying is, as you exit the smaller town, you want to go to the bigger city and achieve more and progress more. So almost like you are the dynamic professional, and we are those who stay with our mothers right till the end.
But unfortunately, now my kids have become South Bombay kids. So I'm trying to instill that.
Thank you, Abhay. It's over. It's
go.
all over. The good news and the bad news. Sorry. So your dad,
Yeah.
again, he's got a big, feat to follow in, because your
Yeah.
grandmom had set this standard. She's obviously, thinking out of the box. So was there pressure for him?
Plus 1976. So nobody wanted to go to a male gynac.
Ah,
So that itself was a huge
wow, I didn't think of
obstacle.
that. That's a
And
huge point.
it's a huge, and settling in Bombay would still be better because there were male gynacs here
Huh,
at that time. Dr.
huh,
Soonawala, all big names used to be there. But
correct.
in a small town in Gujarat, in Navsari, nobody would come. But slowly he overcame those obstacles also. We actually he was almost finalizing a place for his clinic on near Chopati.
Huh.
And then he'd gone for his fellowship for something, and then he called my grandmom, and she's like, no, it was a horrible day. I had this much work, and then like there was a spot decision that forget Bombay, I'm gonna go back home and go where I'm needed. Bombay is super saturated, etc. So he went back to Navsari, and
But the same male issue will happen wherever, no? Small town, big town.
yeah,
Because
but small town, little
women are
harder
not.
acceptance, little harder acceptance.
Huh. But in
But
spite of your
fortunately,
grandmother's great name and
but my
her.
dad's no name, no, that time. Like they were always like Dikro. So it's
But
like
Dikro carries a lot of weightage in India, doesn't it?
but
I
not
mean,
any
Rahul
Dikri.
Gandhi comes to mind. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean he doesn't have to examine any women, so.
Whoa. You're going to get a citation from the center saying, "Well done."
I'm so gone. There's already red flag now. This podcast.
We don't know who we're making fun of these days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, he had those few obstacles, but fortunately, he had great acceptance back home. And I must tell you that compared to many times in Mumbai, I never faced any obstacles so many years later when I first started my practice in Navsari, and people were always welcoming. When we started this hospital in Mumbai about 5 years ago. Nama, I actually faced a little bit of an obstacle. We would have people calling in and say, "Is Munjal a boy, like a lady doctor?" Or
Yeah, it's not so common a name, so that is a
huh. So I would be like, in my 10 years in Navsari, when I was practicing, I was never asked this question. And nobody ever told me we'd
But is
like
it
to
a fair
meet.
question? Why would you
It's
take
a fair
offense?
question.
Because
I would
some
not
people
take
are just
offense.
awkward. Like I don't
Nahin.
like to be when I go to security check.
Huh.
I don't want a male to touch me. I keep telling them, "The boss, aapki female officer ko bulao, please," and then she can take her time, and I will make sure that if I'm carrying bombs or whatever, you catch me. But
Yeah, it doesn't bode
is
well
that
for you.
wrong?
You have a flight to catch Cyrus in a few
No,
days.
it's
They're
always
going
that
to send you
ugly
back
middle-aged
home.
male with bony fingers who suddenly wants to stop at your groin area and have a conversation with his pal. Oh, देखा मैं England का क्या score था यार? Yeah, amazing.
So I was not surprised, and neither do I take offense, but it was just strange for me because after 10 years to have a patient cancel on you because you're a guy, I just wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
But slowly, as years went
It's
by,
almost like I understand. It's almost like racism or a prejudice. Suddenly, like what the hell did I do wrong? Yeah, in a mild
But
way. Yeah.
but gynecology is such a personal subject. It's such an intimate conversation to have with somebody. When it comes to not being able to conceive, or maybe even having problems in bed, maybe having wanting an abortion sometimes. Wanting to plan your family better.
But
It's something that you would want to do with someone you're comfortable with. So I get it. I get it.
but is it
Absolutely
fair
no
to say
offense
that
taken.
empathy level female to female is always going to be a little better, or that's a rubbish
It's
assumption?
unfair, actually. I don't agree with it. I think it depends on who you are. I'm pretty sure that there will be many women who will be like, I'm more comfortable with a male gynecologist, and people have told me that.
Hmm.
And of course, there are many who would say that no, I prefer going to my mom's gynac, or to this uh, gynecologist who looks traditionally like an elder statesman, like an elder aunt, or somebody from your family who would kind of talk to you
What
and say
happened to
beta
going
beta.
to the best? Why doesn't everybody just let me just go to the best and what they
But
look
it's
like and all? Shouldn't that
but
not
it's
come into it?
yeah, but it's changing. It's changing. I think once that initial barrier is broken, and once competency issues come in, say you have a problem and you go to a gynecologist, no matter how teddy bearish he or she looks.
Hey, come on, tell us a couple of the most controversial things you hear now, Baba. Please. I remember doing one show called Love Line on MTV with Malaika, and we had a gynac on once, and she told
Yeah.
us some. I mean, I don't know if I can
Oh,
share it with you.
we've had tons. We've
A
had
woman had
tons
a
of.
cucumber stuck in her vagina from very lower,
So
and
we've removed
and
quite a
said it went
few.
there by accident while cooking.
Yeah.
So and she had to keep a straight face and deal with it. I'm sure. Come on, tell me one or two of those, please.
So this usually this is from this happened to a friend of ours who was in residency, and uh, middle of the night, I think somebody came in with very foul smell coming from the private parts,
Oh my
and
God.
um, I
What
mean,
the
no
hell?
offense to anybody, yeah,
No
but
offense. No offense.
this can happen. So if anybody's listening, if it's happening to you, go to your doctor early. That's the take-home message. So she came, and she was very distressed about it, and it was so bad that everybody in the casualty, in the emergency room, in that government hospital, I mean, had to recoil, and. Finally, she came up to the gynac ward, to the labor room, and they put in a speculum, and they removed a very old chiku.
Oh, sorry. Deep, my sound engineer would have gone berserk. I screamed there. God, but what is the point of a chiku? I
So
mean,
we
from a
don't
sexual
know.
point of view, also, what is this point of the chiku?
No, she said that she slipped and fell in the kitchen. So that's how. But which is
Sorry, I'm so
uh,
sorry. What if
but
it's true?
but
Is it possible? It's not possible.
no, unlikely. Very highly
Some
unlikely.
sort of
So
weird fetish or something that we've not
But
understood.
why weird? No, it's a fetish.
Okay,
It's
okay,
okay.
fair enough. No
Yeah,
judgment. You're right. You're right.
no judgment. I've
No
learned
judgment.
now not to judge. I
Yeah.
mean, we had a great laugh about this when
Yeah.
we were medical college students. Of course, I mean it's human to laugh about it,
Was the
but
chiku? Ah, now I've got an idea. Was it edible? I think I
not
figured this whole.
anymore. not,
But she
not
was
once it
okay,
was
right?
out.
Nothing
Oh
untoward.
yeah, she was fine, just terribly embarrassed. I mean, rightfully so. Anybody would be.
Was
But
it
if you think
someone
about
from
it, about
your thing of society or slightly
no,
lower
slightly, yeah,
lower
low. Because
economic
it was
thing?
a government hospital, and now that I think of it, now after reading so much and having been chastised so much by friends of mine and women that I know, and now I understand. Access to sexual toys, gratification at that time was non-existent. Especially if you were from that section of the society, where would you go? How would you
Right.
order it? And say if you had a husband who wasn't in town, or say wasn't competent, and you just wanted to pleasure yourself, it happened, and unfortunately for her, it got stuck, and she had to make this terrible ordeal of having to come to a government college, be in front of all these residents, some of them who would smile. So I have
I
into
can
maybe
imagine.
15 years ago, this would be like a conversation you would have and laugh with friends. But now, with better sense having prevailed, and having lived a life also of my own, and seeing that shit can happen to anybody, I mean
And
nonsense can happen to anybody.
nobody in your hospital ate a chico again after that because
I
that
did
memory
for a
was.
while.
Yeah, I can imagine. But
I did for
not
a
to make
while,
fun of
yeah.
her, but like you said, we're
Yeah.
all human beings. We are equally
Yeah.
guilty or not guilty if you want to look at it from a moral point of view,
Yeah.
or not. But what do you tell? Do you try to educate people when this happens in the sense that
Oh yeah.
aage kya hoga? Because
Oh, for sure, for sure. So there's so many times where there's so much misinformation going around. So when I first joined my dad's practice in Navsari, I was just fresh out of medical college and fresh out of residency and just about learning. Though I was already an MD by that time, I was still learning, the ropes of private practice. And I had a young 16-year-old girl who came in. And then she told me, Doc, I have not got my period for a couple of months. So I'm like, okay, are you sexually active? And she's like, yes, I am sexually active. I was like, okay, so we need to do a pregnancy test first to rule that out, because no matter how much, how careful you've been, this can still happen. And she's like, no, that's not possible. I'm like, look, I mean, if you've had sex, it's possible. She's like, Doc, I'm telling you, it's not possible. And I'm trying to argue with her, saying, look, I know, okay, no matter how careful you've been, just let me do this. Let me be careful, And she's like, Doc, we only have anal sex.
Oh God! Wow, you
And
should
I'm
do
like,
stand up.
and, and I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, because I know that way you can never get pregnant. And I'm like, but you do know there are simpler forms of contraception, right? So that's where
And this is a
the
proper,
patient,
sorry, not proper, an educated,
college
well-bred,
going kid. I mean,
college-going.
about to go to
Yeah,
college,
yeah.
16 or maybe 17 maybe. And this is where the lack of sex education in our country becomes evident, or this is where doctors have to step in to make sure that their clinic is a safe space where young kids like this can come in and discuss their options without the fear of, I'll tell your mom, or I'll tell your, why is there no guardian with you and this will happen, or scare them, because the hazards of having unprotected anal sex are much more than anything else that you may end up doing. So these things come
Could
come
I come when
into.
I'm free just to have a conversation about these? Just because I'm a weirdo and I want
Of
to hear,
course,
like a
of
voyeur, I just
course,
want to hear your stories.
of
Um,
course. We've had
I'll pay the rate. I'll pay the normal
no,
rate for 1 hour consultation.
we'll record it for you, Cyrus. Don't worry. So like that, we had so many, and
But you
being a
keep a straight
doctor.
face and all, right? When these some in your, the giggle is coming because you think it's ridiculous, but you have to keep a straight face. You can't be insulting.
Yeah, you do, because they're very distressed at the other end. So
Mm.
you can, I mean, as much as possible. Some of my patients actually nowadays they're very fun. I mean, they are laughing themselves like, Doc, you won't believe the shit I've got myself into. And then I'll laugh and she laugh, and then it kind of breaks the ice and makes it much more comfortable to discuss. They become much more compliant. They become much more honest with what they expect out of life. So things are changing now. People are kind of becoming a little more open when they know they aren't going to be judged for it. But there was a time where things were really hilarious, and being on this side of the table, it it gives you a weird peek into society, the dynamics of marriage, and to know that bhai har ghar mein yahi hai. And
The
so
ignorance, even amongst the so-called educated, isn't it fascinating actually?
it is unbelievable that if I prescribe a simple tablet like Crocin, they will know the rarest of the rare side effects of it. But as something as simple as getting a pap smear, they haven't researched, or they haven't volunteered to come in, or they've self-medicated, or they've just ignored it completely, and kind of uh, popping eye pills like it's
Yeah,
contraception.
but
So
in
it kind of,
the private area is difficult. That's why it's called the private area. You don't, I mean, a headache you can tell everybody about, but you
no,
have a
but
chiku and
Google,
you're this thing
but
or a
Google is private. No, I mean, you use incognito mode or private
correct,
browsing.
correct,
Like,
correct.
they don't research things that are convenient. They research things when they don't want to do
I
something.
spend 1 hour on Pornhub every day trying to learn more about the anatomy. Uh, I'm making progress slowly and surely, one footstep at a time.
I
Uh,
don't think your wife believes that, Cyrus.
my wife doesn't know and doesn't hear the podcast. My wife has now become ultra conservative. You don't understand. It's almost like she's ruling party
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
which she is. Okay, let's quickly get back to your life. I went on track with these stories because they're fascinating and I love to hear them.
Yeah.
But so now you stepped in and you're following in 3 generations of practice, and
Yeah.
you had your own problems to deal with. But how did you then become a Bombay? How did the whole Bombay Connect happen? The hospital here.
So now we're four gynacs in the family, with my brother and his wife as well, and my wife's a pathologist. So we always were thinking of expanding, and we thought naturally and both our wives and my mom, everybody's from Bombay, so we have a huge Bombay connect. Like, my dad
Correct.
studied here, we all studied here. So although we aren't from here, I mean,
Where
we
did you
all
study? Which medical college?
Nair.
Nair. Okay.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
there once, unfortunately, for a person who passed away. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, and so there was always this connect with Bombay, but Bombay was too far to kind of make it happen. So we always thought, we'll probably end up starting one in Surat or another bigger one in Navsari, etc., etc. And then something just fell into our lap. There's a shopper stop there used to be a standalone shopper stop at Kandivli, bang on SV Road, a wonderful property, and somebody inquired about starting a hospital there. And my mom's side of the family is into construction and hospitality, and so they had leased it out to shopper stop, and so they were like, if somebody's interested in starting a hospital there, why don't you guys come along? And this was just like a little seed that got planted, and my dad and we came over, we saw the property, we just loved it. I mean, it was fantastic. Like, there was a crossword on the first floor and huge escalators in the middle, and we were like, this could work. I mean, Bombay is, of course, saturated with doctors. There's a nursing home in every corner. There's an IVF clinic now in every corner. But all the hospitals are the same. The sea of white and blue and smell of
Yeah.
alcohol.
Oh, horrible.
And
that smell,
so-
I hate that smell. Whatever it is. Is it alcohol or some ether or something?
yeah, it's spirit. It's rubbing alcohol.
Why can't they? Because it turns you off when you
It
come in,
turns
even
you
as a
off.
visitor. There's no way out of that.
No, there is. So if you come to Nama, you won't smell it. So the idea was if the only condition that we had was that we'll do the hospital, we'll do it in a way that's absolutely different. So we designed it like a startup. We said that we want patients to enter here and feel warm and comfortable. So there are no white lights in Nama. There are only amber and warm lights. We don't have those airport style waiting couches. Those rows of seats with that leather on the back.
And you're waiting for your number.
And waiting for your number. So we have couches and which face each other. So it's almost like small lounges where people can talk, like a club. Discuss.
I think that's a great idea because many of them are distressed. Sometimes not personally, but indirectly is even worse. Sometimes because you're hanging around there waiting.
And Indians are so social that even if you're in a hospital, they love to chat. So it reduces anxiety levels. They can recommend doctors to each other. Say, "Nahi, Dr. Munjal ke paas mat jana, wo gada hai," types, whatever it is. And we removed all those leather back chairs. We have proper couches. So, older women, like say in 50s or 60s, especially Kandivali is a Gujarati area, they wear saris and come.
Correct.
And
you have to be when they sit on sitting. Yeah.
And when they sit, they sweat a little bit. So it leaves that wet mark on that chair. So we said that we don't want these kind of problems for them. So it's designed like small living rooms. And just outside the entire clinics area, we have our cafe where coffee is constantly brewing. So when you enter Nama, you smell coffee.
Right.
And there's something
much more pleasant smell than that stupid Dettol, antiseptic, whatever smell.
It's much more pleasant because now it evokes feelings of, say, entering a Starbucks or entering an airport. Sometimes airports also have coffee shops. It smells like something positive you're looking forward to. You're going on a trip or you're going abroad. For say my generation, going abroad was a huge deal. Like when you go abroad, it was like a treat. Like say you landed at some European airport or even America. Even though it's just some nonsense coffee shop and you're strolling through with these bookstores and newspaper stands, the very fact that it smells like abroad, it kind of makes you feel like, okay, I don't mind spending more time in this place.
I think this is a very important lesson you're teaching us here, but the importance of smell in ambience. I really think people have not thought it through. And why just have the same structures for 300 years? It's so good that people think a little.
We asked everybody. That what is the one thing you hate about hospitals? And universally, the number one answer was that I hate the smell of hospitals.
Also, the pan that you pee in when you're in an invalid situation. I find that it spills all over. I wish they come up with something a little better, which is more like funnel-like. And you can dip
there are funnels now. There are funnels now.
I'm sure you thought of that. These other people don't think about level of comfort.
I didn't think of it, but it's available. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but these small things matter. And like you said about the couch, I'm thinking of my own experience. My dad is not well. We've been in and out of hospitals and all that. Very often, you do want to talk. It just takes out the anxiety and nervous tension with your neighbor because they also have the empathy is lovely. Both are suffering from a problem rather than your friend who's trying to be sincere but on the phone but failing. So this is a much better experience when Raju and you sit next to each other and discuss the same sort of issues in their elders or whatever. So I think that's huge.
And we got such a fantastic architect also that they made me sit down and they made me put my hand on the couch. So I'm average height. I'm not very tall. I'm short, but not that short. I'm Indian short.
अरे बस इतना complex सी बात नहीं है. It's okay.
छोटा. No, so I put my.
You are above 5'3".
Yeah.
Then you can take all the rides in Disneyland. Remember that?
Okay. That's it. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
So they took measurements of my elbow and where my arm would be when I sit. Because most people are on their phones. And then, see, you go to these fancy banks nowadays, they import these fake Italian furniture with the armrests right here. or armrests very low because it focuses more on design. So
Yeah.
it's very uncomfortable. Your shoulder hurts when you're
Yeah.
browsing for a
You
long
feel
time.
good for 2 minutes and then suddenly you're stiff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can't browse Instagram, you can't browse Twitter, you
You
can't
can't use your
things that you
arms.
normally do to distract yourself when you are
This is good for the Delhi teenagers who are misbehaving. You keep them there so they don't touch any girls. That makes sense. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so small things like that, we put it into everything. People shouted at us for having carpets in our consulting rooms, and they're like, it'll get dirty, things spill, you'll have to keep cleaning it. And no hospitals have carpets, but we said,
That's
okay,
true.
I said we'll incur the extra housekeeping costs, but we'll have carpets, because once you step onto a carpeted floor and that hushed
Yeah. It's
sound,
more plush. It's
it's
all
no,
positive energy. I get what you're saying.
yeah, it's just more comfortable. And we don't have proper consulting rooms, so we don't have like a table with that big chair for the doctor and that little chairs for the patient. And मैं भगवान,
Yeah.
मैं
Yeah.
जो बोलूं,
तू
you do this.
छोटे आदमी, sit down on the floor.
छोटे आदमी, and me, I have my degrees behind me,
Uh,
like this whole wall of certificates. So we have
yeah.
nothing of that. So we have a round table, no degrees anywhere on the wall, no certifications, nothing.
Egalitarian outlook to everything.
And
I
same
must,
chairs for everyone.
wow, I must congratulate you. You know, these things all irritate me. I'm a very petty person. I may not be a doctor, but I'm a patient. So from a patient perspective, I'm telling you, you're spot on. This is great stuff. Because these
But
little things,
Cyrus, you're intelligent enough to understand what bugs you. For most people, they don't even know what's annoying them. They just know they hate going to the doctor.
and hate
Yeah.
visiting also, because they
Yeah.
just want to get out. You know, when you get into I want to get out space, the hospital has failed. You know,
Yeah.
I would think. Yeah.
Yeah. So we try to like do away with that doctor-patient hierarchy also. I mean, I'm just a professional, as are you. You are good at your craft. I'm good at my craft. I'm providing a service. I'm trying to be empathetic, but that doesn't mean I'm morally superior to you. I'm somehow going to dictate treatment to you, and so that's what we do.
You have to have this saying. We have to figure out which language it will suit better. But every person has their own chiku in their privates. That should be the moral of the story. Don't judge. Don't judge.
Yeah.
Listen, Munjal, we have to take a quick break because you've spoken so much. It's like a lecture, but it's a wonderful.
Sorry, I
We come back and
apologize.
talk about the vaccine. This was actually the heart of this whole discussion.
Awesome.
And then the AMAs with Silvery. So we'll take a break and we're
Cool.
back in a second. Hello, doctor. Do you have any doctor jokes? We're back after the break.
Arey, I've had so many women who have slapped their husbands in the middle of delivery.
Why? Because the kid looked ugly.
No.
Sorry.
So we had one patient from UP.
Oh.
This is not recording, no?
It's
We had one
recording, but
patient.
it's okay.
So we had one patient from UP, and I was a resident that time, and she couldn't tolerate the labor pain. First time labor, and she was about 19, 20 years old only.
Oh my God.
And so she stood up on the delivery cot, and those curtains are there in those municipal hospitals. She's holding them and swinging. So we thought she's going to hurt herself. Like she's going to really hurt herself bad. So we kind of brought her down from there, and we said, "आप अपने आदमी से एक बार पहले बात करो." And I told the husband, कि उनको थोड़ा शांत करो. ऐसे तो बच्चे को नुकसान हो जाएगा. ऐसे नहीं होती है delivery and all. So he's this very diminutive 5'1", 5'2" guy, probably an auto driver or something like that. Very sweet guy, very, very like mild mannered. Little muchi, that combed hair. And he's saying, "Ka hua, aap thoda shant ho jao." She slapped him so hard. Like, I think he must have turned also one. Tar, she gave him one means. I was like, oh my God, what did I do to this man? Like, why did I bring her out? She slapped him. Then she caught his neck and said, "Ye ka kiya ho tum mujhe? Ye ka?" And he's like, just like, like this flailing little doll. And
Wow.
she's swinging. She whacked him, man. She whacked
But
him so
he
bad.
took it like a man, so to speak. And
he partially lost consciousness. Like, I think there's nothing to take. She knocked him out like Mike Tyson.
Munjal,
And it reverberated, that slap. I can still hear it.
what did you do? But what would you do in that situation?
Nothing. I was like the referee. Then, no, aap chalo andar. We'll manage.
Corner.
You sit out. Like, I'm worried about your health now.
Oof, ouch. But
And
this is, from what I remember, our pregnancy is also this hormonal shift or aggro and all.
Very aggro. There was another.
You can't do anything, but right? You can't sedate someone in this situation. So
I mean, you can a little bit, and that time, epidurals and all were not so common.
Yeah. Oh God.
Like so many years ago. And we had one patient who, at that time, Nayar's labor room were makeshift labor rooms. We didn't have this proper wall. So, how they'll just put up a wall here. It's like very thin plywood wala with that coating on it, and tuck. So anything you say inside, you can hear outside. And we had this one again lady from UP who was in labor, and
Again,
every
short husband.
contraction, every contraction when she would shout, we would hear this loud bang out like thap. Like, what's that? Again, she's like, "Arey bachalo, thap." So then we went outside. What is this thap happening with every contraction? So every time she would get a contraction, that man was banging his head against that plywood wall. I was like, "आप क्या कर रहे हो?" उनका दर्द हमसे सहा नहीं जाता साहब. उनका दर्द हमसे सहा नहीं जाता साहब. So I'm like, अरे लेकिन तुम गिर जाओगे उधर, उसका तो डिलीवरी हो.
What a dramatic country we turned out to be, man. Unbelievable. So
One
you're
more I
very
wanted to
entertained.
say, very entertained, very entertained.
You can't complain. It's not like a dry business from any angle. Every day was
Not
having at
even
least one
close.
good story.
Not even close. It's not even close to being dry. So this I wanted to say on the podcast, but I don't think I should. But
No,
I'm going to
please.
tell you anyway.
If there's no malice, you must talk. Come on.
A little malice maybe, but
10% is allowed by law. Yes.
So we had this one patient delivering, and she came like middle of the night, unregistered. Where municipal hospitals get many unregistered patients. Only when they go in labor, there's the first visit to the hospital. Yeah. Huh. And so like the sister got her like changed into that hospital gown and all that, and labor room ke table pe liya, and then about to examine her, vaginally. And there was all kumkum and some haldi and some flower petals and all in her vagina. So I was like, ये क्या है ये सब? तो she's like, ये हमारे पति का मंदिर है.
Okay, so I just protest shutting down the podcast. Now I don't know where to go with this one. This is totally out of left field.
So they're like, क्या? Like, हाँ, वो रोज इसकी पूजा करते हैं. So you can imagine someone going ting 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 next to the vagina, doing puja of it every day. And the worst part was, when you deliver, you need an episiotomy. So you make a little cut down there. So this resident was about to like put us, and she's like, क्या कर रहे हो तुम? And I know it's insensitive of this guy to say what he did, but he's like, हम आपके पति का मंदिर तोड़ रहे हैं.
Huh? But in a sense, it was a labor of love. I mean, if you try and look at it from a positive
aspect. If some morcha comes to Naman Osiris,
no morcha. You're telling a story which you're not involved in. Actually, it's an indirect story. I'm not. Yeah, what can you do? This is what she said. This is what he did. And this is what the resident doctor replied. Whatever.
It's true. Yeah.
I'm amazed, man. I'm amazed at.
Yeah, but a lot of stuff but we have a lot of heartwarming tales also. Like very, very. So there's this. There used to be this municipal hospital in Borivali called Bhagwati Hospital, and from Nair you're sent there for 6 months as a peripheral posting. It's ridiculously busy. Like you'll have 30, 35, 40 births a day, and with only 2 people. So
but isn't that like where you really learn your job under pressure and all that?
That's true.
That's good in a way.
So
right?
that's like invaluable. That 6 months you hate it when you're there. But only once you finish, you realize how valuable it was for you to kind of hone your craft, etc. So we had from there we used to get a lot of these politician type of people. This corporator ka patient known hai, ye hai, wo hai. So like dramatic scenes, like one day we had 2 patients who are delivering, okay, and one of them husband in white starched shirt, white pants, white shoes, that that gold bracelet.
We see them every day right here at Walkeshwar visiting Sahyadri.
2-3 phones like that and talking and all that, and she delivered and all, and we used to write all the prescription meds for home on the same day, because there was no time to go and do that rounds business the next day. The sister would see and they would get discharged the next day after delivering. So I had written some iron and calcium and just normal supplements that आप उनको ये दो, थोड़ा hemoglobin कम है, बढ़ जाएगा, everything will be great. He has these 2 phones in his hand. At that time phones were like, not everybody had cell phones, like 2005, 2006.
What is the idea of 2 phones? You talk to yourself? Hello, are you there?
One business, one pleasure, one dance bar, one
Really? Probably. I don't know. Yeah. One, I love my wife. Mundir. I won't get the Mundir story, but where we're going.
Yeah. So that way. So I would, and the first thing they would ask is, like, even if they're antibiotic, lena hi padega kya? Like, even if they're Gujju, they'll ask him Gujju also. Like, do I really have to buy? And I'm like, dude, you're wearing a chain here, your big bracelet here. And
whatever the iron
200 rupees, 300 rupees for your wife who's just given birth, for her better health and for better breastfeeding, etc. You're saying lena hi padega kya? And on the same flip side, we had another patient who had come in, rickshaw driver, and from UP, and so sweet. Like, she delivered, and I was just talking, उसको थोड़ा अच्छे से खिलाओ आप, आप अच्छे से खिलाओ, थोड़ा फल वल लेके आओ मार्केट से, फल वल खाएगी, वो दवाई का असर इतना नहीं होता है, आप अच्छा सा उसको खाना खिलाओ तो उसको दूध भी अच्छा आएगा, बच्चे का वजन भी बढ़ जाएगा, you're trying to. Next morning, like after that whole emergency and all, we're just going to take rounds. He came walking with 2 big bags, one with oranges, one with apple. There's no way she can finish that in like 3 weeks also. But I told him, na, तुम्हारी wife को थोड़ा खिलाओ. He came with 2 bags. Like
And
such a
not a economically superstar sort of.
not even close. I'm pretty sure like it was weeks of his
So you've
hard
got
work.
very empowering stories. One says the wife's privates are the mandir. Okay, this is this is good when you talk about sexism in India. Second, the guy you said get a couple of fruit to khilawa, and he goes and gets 15 dozen with
Yeah,
his income which he doesn't have. So you can imagine. These are good
I mean,
stories.
what a great husband, no?
Yeah.
Like a role model.
I wish we tell these stories more. So there are a few Indians who actually put the female form, not the mother, of course, that's always ahead, but the wife ahead of themselves, which is great.
For sure. I've seen some
Does
people
Munjal do that?
I try, but I fail very often when I try.
When in doubt, buy oranges and put in your apples.
Get huge bags of fruit for your wife.
Okay, listen, we're running out of time. I want to quickly get into the vaccine. Let me get Silvery in right now so we can get into the vaccine questions.
Sure.
I mean, being a gynec, you must have been asked the most ridiculous questions. I myself been asking all my doctor friends all the time stupid questions. You can't help it. For example, why I know you can't answer everything, but why 2 jabs? Secondly, what is it if you're pregnant? Can you take the vaccine? We've heard all kinds of points on this.
Yeah. So, can I start?
Please.
Yeah. So, 2 jabs is because the second one is like a booster. It bolsters the immunity and it increases the efficacy of the vaccine. It's not to say that if you took 1 jab and forgot about it and like chickened out for the second jab, you would still have the immunity, but not to the level that is desirable. So the second jab is usually the key.
But this is not practiced in any other vaccine. In the old days when we got vaccines as kids, I've never taken a double jab as far as I can remember.
You did
Where?
try this. So DPT is 3 jabs.
What is
diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, 3 jabs. No, so it depends from thing to
okay.
Polio. So you got multiple.
So this is not because they're not sure about the efficacy and hence give a double dose sort of thing.
No. So this is one thing I actually want to address. There's so much resistance about the vaccine, and quite frankly, it's only because it's come out so quickly that people wanted the vaccine really, really early. Like we want it now, we want it now.
Isn't it amazing?
Now.
Yeah,
and as soon as it came, they're like, oh, it's come too early.
Boss, my mom is giving me trouble. I'm mildly diabetic. I can't take this. I can't take that. I said, Mom, you cannot go on YouTube, on Google and decide on your own that this is what's going to happen to you. No, how they're saying that they are not sure. They haven't done tests. So what do you tell people like that?
All the vaccines are good. This is the take-home message. No matter what vaccine you get, everything is good. So there has been majority of the vaccines right now in India is the Covishield vaccine, which is made by Serum Institute.
Right.
Pawa community.
Parsi,
yeah. But even the Covaxin one, it's got a lot of hate because it has been slightly rushed out. But people need to understand that the number of vaccines.
Only Jastrook has it, right?
JJ.
That's it.
So very, very small percentage of the entire amount of, like for example, for 2 lakh doses, 10,000 will be Covaxin.
Okay.
And that also they need to take your signature like as a consent to give you that vaccine. Once the trials are over, I'm pretty confident that even that vaccine will be safe. The only reason people are saying don't take it is because, okay, you don't have that stamp of approval yet, which is fair.
But no, I see the maths. Okay, now we are lay people. You're a doctor. I'm sure you understand how they come up with these numbers. For lay person, cricket follower or something, you tell me 87%, yeah, 94%. Does that really matter?
No.
3 and 4%? Because that also people are arguing, no, I'll wait for this one. It's 95. Vis-a-vis 92.
No. So a simple question I ask people is that did you check all that when you were taking your polio vaccine as a baby?
No idea.
Did you check which brand you got? Did you check what cholera vaccine you took or what BCG vaccine you took? You didn't, no? You trusted the process. You just went to your pediatrician.
Our generation of, when you're talking about this, we just went to the doctor. My mother would just go to the doctor and the doctor takes over. You don't really say much after that, more than social conversation.
But even for kids right now, when they go to the pediatrician, the parents are not researching which brand. I mean, the worst they'll do is whether you want the painless one or the the less irritant one or the more irritant one. But that's about it. Nobody kind of goes into depth about this. It's because everybody stayed at home for 1 year. Everybody's become a vaccine specialist and a COVID specialist. So my take-home message is if you're lucky enough to get Pfizer or Moderna or the Oxford or the Covishield, the Serum Institute one, please take it. Do not hesitate.
But can we trust someone whose first name, the first letter is silent? I mean, that's like Ritik.
Yes, you
Why
can.
do they have the P in Pfizer? These things irritate me. When I see them, then I'm like, what the hell's wrong with this group? So what you're saying
So,
is that this variety that's there, whatever you're lucky enough to get, you're lucky enough to get. You should not make a big
yes,
deal out of it. 87,
yes.
yeah, 96 is really nothing.
Absolutely, you must take it. And we have seen even reticence amongst our staff. So all our staff is now vaccinated, bar a few who some said my mom is not allowing or my husband is not allowing.
In spite
And
of you telling them as a medical expert.
in spite of me taking it, in spite of my parents taking it,
So this is a younger staff also? Like
younger staff.
so why?
They're like,
This
no, we are very scared. And my parents are saying no. So it's a very small percentage. But
government needs to employ Akshay Kumar immediately to make a film on this to show the jabs going in and out or
please
whatever.
don't give Akshay Kumar any more ideas.
Vaccine, ek prem katha. And then, but you got to do something because this jankari has to go into the universe. It's not going.
And when we go to take our vaccine as doctors, and we went to the neighborhood municipal hospital, wherever your center is according to your ward, etc. They were so efficient, Cyrus. I was so impressed by the way they conducted themselves. So when I sat down, they know I'm a gynecologist. They know I know everything about the vaccine.
Right.
But still, the nurse would be like, no, doctor, sir, I have to say what I have to say. This vaccine will give you a little soreness in your arm. You might have symptoms of fever for 2 days. You can take paracetamol, this.
Did you experience anything?
Yes, I did. So the first day, nothing. The next day, my arm was sore, but as sore as, say, after taking a tetanus shot.
Okay, just that hardness of the arm with the injection. Then
2 to 3 days, you'll have a little.
I know that. I remember
but
that.
But that's with any vaccine.
I take that for marriage.
And then I think the second day evening, I had a little bit of chills. Like I felt a little cold and mild flu-like symptoms. Third day morning, when I woke up, gone, finished. I was back to normal.
Wow.
And for me, I think it was slightly exaggerated because I already had COVID. And I had checked my antibodies. I already had it. So maybe I don't know.
So you had too much of immunity.
Maybe. Some people are saying that then you should have lesser symptoms. But there are some people in our staff who got like fever for a day. And
but small price to pay if they can go forward without any anxiety.
Very small price to pay. And then we have people saying that some people have been paralyzed by the vaccine. Yeah, I mean, say 1 in a million could be, but that's with any vaccine you take. Like when you go on a flight, there's always this theoretical chance that.
Oh God, I'm flying day after.
But you still will fly.
Go back to the vagina that you were. Stories. I think it's a good autobiography for you, huh? The Munjal Kapadia story, vagina memories. What is it? Vagina dialogues? What's
the vagina dialogue?
Vagina diaries.
The monologues. The vagina monologues.
Vagina monologue. Yeah. Oh well, the doctor is keeping pace with modern times, left, right, and center. Listen, so let me get Silvery in. He came and popped out because we've gone way over time. I won't get into the AMAs, but Silvery, he's Silvery, you're 25, right?
I'm 28.
You're 28. Do you have any questions as a young man to the good doctor? Not about vaginal issues.
No. I was going to ask. From women. I was going to ask about these the different vaccines, but the doctor already said that all of them
to
are
ask for different fruits. In each one, I should have a story.
No. A lot of people are asking me, can you choose your vaccine? Like, so when you went there, could you say if you're getting Covaxin, the government one? I mean, not the government one, but the Indian researched one. You can't choose. It's what it is. You can choose to decline taking it.
What about Sputnik, Putin's one? Which
so even that was the one I was also personally very, very
worried about.
Worried about. But
because that one kills his allies.
So that also has been proven to be safe, and the new J&J one, the Johnson & Johnson one, is also supposed to be like a single dose vaccine, which is also supposed to be very good. So I am very, very bullish on the vaccine, and I have my friends calling me and saying, "Arey, make me also part of your employment in Namaha." So we'll also be. Don't do that.
Coming to that process, just for a second to clarify to people listening, post the COVID warriors, yourself, medical staff, etc., who is in line to get it? Like, how will the process go forward?
It's really unclear right now. We have had no directives from the government.
Paiso challenge? Paiso?
Atyare to no.
Damn it. No, if this country gives up corruption, I'm leaving.
But the only time I think Paisa is working is people flying to Dubai and taking it, or some people are flying abroad.
London also before this second lockdown, people were doing a 5-day package and all.
So that I don't recommend also, because it's coming here. The first, I think, lot of vaccinations is slowly getting over. people are like, oh, but it's so slow. It's so slow. Let me tell you that there is no way you'll ever be satisfied with the pace of any vaccine delivery.
Right.
The very fact that it's been a year since, not even been a year since COVID in India, and I've already been vaccinated. I mean, that is unbelievable. Never before in the history of mankind has such an endeavor been undertaken.
Yeah, if you look at it from that perspective, it's super fast.
It is incredibly fast and it's incredibly impressive. So it is coming. I think in the next 3 or 4 months, things will start getting rolled out. We have no clarity yet, but I hope.
But can we take it in the ass instead of the, terrible phrase to use. Can we put the injection in the bum instead of the shoulder? The shoulders, like you said, that swelling is so painful, right?
No, it's no swelling.
But you yourself got the 2 days of that heart pain. You can't sleep on that side, etc., etc.
But you can't sleep on your butt, no. Then so it's going to happen.
No, I think when you take an injection, the bum, it doesn't pain that much, if I remember correctly.
No, it does. The only problem with it is it has to be intramuscular.
Called that girl who was practicing a different form of. Sorry.
So it has to be intramuscular. So in the bum, it depends. If you have a lot of fat, it may not get absorbed properly, etc. So the recommendation is the arm.
Okay.
The recommendation is the arm, and for whatever reason, we've learned that you should follow the recommendation.
Silvery, you can't use it on your little Silvery, huh? Whatever happens.
Okay, fine.
Because your madness to experiment with that has to stop now. The good doctor doesn't judge, but he's here to help. Right?
Yeah, little Silvery is out, huh?
Yeah, but I call that one Big Silvery.
Again, look at the turn of phrase. Mr. Big Silvery, he's saying little Silvery is out, as in out, but please pan the camera. Huh?
I have a funny vaccination story.
Yeah.
Dr. K.K. Agarwal, you've heard of the name, right?
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that video.
You saw this? Okay, cool. So Dr. K.K. Agarwal has been going viral because he got a vaccine before his wife. Okay. Without telling her that he was going to go and get the vaccine. So it says Dr. K.K. Agarwal without his wife. And don't ever pick up your phone while you are live on TV, because he's live on TV. He's driving in a car. Can you guys hear?
Are you playing it?
Okay, sorry.
We can't pick up
the volume. Silv.
Sorry, can you not hear?
No, the volume is not coming through.
So sorry. One second. I'll just share it again.
Yeah, but this is hilarious. I mean,
it comes to naught when you forget domestic rule number 1.
That's it. Once you forget domestic rule number 1.
Chalo.
Hi. Okay. Yeah, let's go.
आपको प्रोथ्रोम्बोटिक फेज है तो वैक्सीन आपको समझ के लेना। हाँ बोलो।
क्या तुम वैक्सीन लगाने गए?
मैं पता करने गया था आप लोगों का, वो कह रहे खाली है, लगा लो, मैंने लगवा लिया।
बहुत अजीब हो तुम, मेरे को साथ नहीं ले जाओ।
मंडे मॉर्निंग आपका सबका। अरे मंडे लगेगा ना, मैं तो पता करने गया था। अच्छा मैं करता हूँ। पता करने गए थे, इसको सुबह भेजा था, वो कंफ्यूजन था। अच्छा मैं आके बात करता हूँ। मैं लाइव हूँ अभी। अच्छा ठीक है, बंद करो।
Oh, superb.
That face. You can't fake that face.
Yeah. Okay. How he was trying to pull out, this was better than US in Iraq, man. He was trying to pull out, like going berserk in that conversation. He's my new hero.
He's been given so many lectures on Twitter and everything about COVID.
Yeah.
And then this happens. And he was a sport about it. I went to his profile later. He was a sport about it.
His article, he was like, I'm happy everyone has been getting a few laughs because laughter is the best medicine.
The question to ask Dr. K.K. Agarwal.
Who is Prachi?
A, who is Prachi? And B, was it worth it, the vaccine? Because now he might be COVID-free, but he's not going to be wife-free for a long time. So
his wife actually said, Ghar aao, karte aisi tumhari. I was like, oh my God.
So that's not the only thing that Dr. Agarwal has gone viral with. Because before that, he was on a live session, and in the middle of the live session, he's getting a head massage.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Okay, and people have just
this has a boss.
This for elections, I'm voting immediately.
This is the live session on Zoom while he's getting a.
But this is a very lively topic of.
Look at this guy.
And he's having a lassi in the middle, as it looks like. Huh?
Man, this guy's
living la vida loca.
This is boss level.
Boss level. The poor guy. I hope that's not Prachi at the back, huh? Some secrets you take to the grave.
If this Maleshwala gets the vaccine before his wife, he's still gone.
I'm telling you, you're again spot on as far as I'm concerned. This is what the people think. I got it because this guy's more important in many ways after 25. Because all
Yeah.
her friends circle and all the kids of their grandkids and all that shit, he is going to have to wear it for a long time.
Oh,
Imagine,
yeah.
he'll be telling his friends, "Ek aur pilo na. No hurry to go back home." On every
I think
single
even
thing.
Prachi's had it.
Who is Prachi? Maybe it's a
Whoever-
daughter. Maybe it's a
I hope
family member.
for
yeah.
his sake, I hope so.
Yeah.
I think the anger wouldn't be so much if it was a daughter. She was like, "Acha, daughter ko to leke gaye, good, like very good. Mujhe nahi lega, but at least daughter ko." But it's not the daughter. I think it's the assistant or the secretary or something.
Firstly, you should not have an
That's-
assistant called Prachi. She sounds pretty already. But why did you? Paresh would have been such a better thing. You know, Paresh is so safe. You gave the injection. Why would not even call you in the first place? Yeah.
Paresh was giving the chumpy.
Yeah, yeah. Or is Paresh also Prachi? Because you know, din mein Paresh, raat ko
Yeah,
Prachi. We don't know.
you
Doc,
never know.
you have taught me never to judge, so we will not judge all
Yes,
this. Yeah.
yes.
Jisko jaise. That's the philosophy
Yeah.
of India.
Yeah.
Hello. I think are we done?
We can do one AMA question.
Quick,
if you don't
quick. Yeah,
mind.
let's do one more.
Yeah,
Is that okay, Doc? It's
Of course.
Yeah.
one more.
This one comes in from Monik Chandra. He says, "Hey, Saris and guest, I'm from the UK. Just a fun question. While I respect doctors a lot, wanted to ask why is it so important for doctors to be so good in their fields? All the doctors I meet / consult with always have certificates on their walls as if they always have to prove that they are qualified. I mean, they don't really have to do that. Is it because there were
Well,
a few
he's-
bad eggs maybe at some point in medicine, or is it just general practice to do that?"
But he's actually answered that question in a way because they've
Yeah.
had a novel. You say it yourself, Doc.
Yeah, we don't have any certificates on our walls. Like none of my family members, and especially not at Namaha, there's nothing. There's absolutely no degree certificates on the walls. But I think this is a vestige of colonial times. We used to have doctors in the 60s, 70s who used to
And
do their
पीछे
fellowships
board पे,
abroad.
हाँ.
हाँ, तो वो Oxford का या Cambridge
You
का
just need to see
या
the word London or something like that.
King's
you-
College.
King's College or whatever. And
something
you
with
feel, yeah.
Queen or something with King
हाँ,
would
हाँ.
automatically give you this authenticity and this little step above others. So I think it's a vestige of that. And also I think it had to do with the early 80s, maybe late 70s, where doctors taking themselves too seriously, like Bhagwan Ho types. And that
But
was
also,
a
what
way
is
to
wrong
kind
with
of...
that, Munjal? What is wrong if he's trying to promote his career? I mean, that's his job. So he puts 3-4 things behind because उसने ये
Fair
किया,
enough.
वो पढ़ाई किया, वो पढ़ाई. It's not really a negative actually.
Fair enough.
It's a bit. What's the
but
word?
the wo-
Egotistical maybe.
But the world has changed, no? People don't respond to that anymore. They're not looking for like, oh my God, like I should be in awe of this doctor.
I only
From what
look
I've
at the
seen
other
is-
end of the whole experiment, which is how much am I paying? I always call the
Uh-huh.
doctor and say kitlo, and if the answer is correct, then I will come. What
maybe
behind is of no
maybe
consequence.
that enables them to charge more. So saying
I-
इतना
why?
degree है तो
मैं लंदन
100
घूम के
rupees per
आया
degree,
तो मेरे को
200
10 रुपया
per
और
degree.
मिलेगा. Wow.
So
Great
something like
concept.
that. But it's a vestige. It's a vestige of old times. I don't think that going forward people are gonna care.
No, but you're the only one. I can't think of anyone who doesn't have it. Whatever dentist, doctor, vet, wherever I go, they always have
Huh.
these boards. You're the
No,
first person who's
statutory boards
actually.
are okay. Like what they need to have, like nursing home certification, they need to show.
No,
That's
boss, they
okay.
have the
But
board with their full degrees.
हाँ,
Yeah, 3-4
हाँ, no,
degrees
no.
है वहाँ पे. Nicely.
नहीं, हमारे में
It's not
नहीं
like
है.
shining with light or something, but it's there
Is
in the
there,
background.
yeah.
And you spend time
Yeah.
talking, you'll read the whole thing in any
Yeah,
case.
yeah. So it's a
I-
way to kind of display your CV without the patient having to search. But now, I mean, patients research their doctors enough. Like for me, I don't know. I
thought
would
in
much
India it's a
rather-
word of mouth also. When you pass on the doctor, mostly that's how it happens. Then becomes a family doctor after some time. Mainly,
yeah.
we all are friends and all. It comes from somewhere. There's always
That's
a
what
level
that's
of
what people
contact.
don't realize, that the majority of patients who walk in eventually after say 10-15 years of practice would be by word of mouth.
Yeah.
People who have been happy with you, who your treatment has worked, who think you're kind, compassionate, will tell their friends and family to go to you. They will not tell them because you're the most expensive doctor, the most qualified doctor, or the most skilled doctor. They will always even 10 years later remember how you made them feel.
Yeah, I used to go to a dentist when I was 10 years old who asked me to sit on his lap all the time, and I had no idea that had nothing to do with dentistry. So I passed them on to all my friends. Yeah, all of them are seeing therapists now. So money for everybody at the end of the day.
One more quick one.
Yeah, quick
if
one.
you don't mind. This one comes in from Yogita Dave. She asks, "Hi, Cyrus and guest, a regular listener of the show. I have a medical question. Maybe you could use it if and when you have a doctor on this podcast. So thank you. We keep hearing reports about how children below the age of 7 to 10 years of age might be immune to COVID. Could that really be true? Also, what is the use of being immune if you have to go through the same precautions
Yeah.
that everyone has to go through anyway?"
Hey, doc, this rumor is also out there. Is that true?
No, they are not immune. However, for whatever strange reason, kids have a lower intensity of the illness. So both my kids have had COVID. And other than a little sniffle and fever for a day, they had no other symptoms. Now, we don't know whether the reason for this is they have a much more robust immune response as compared to adults. This is the postulated theory. They have a gland called thymus in their chest, which slowly regresses by the time you become a teen.
Just checking.
Not those glands.
I've been called childish all the time, so I'm just checking. Yeah.
So they have it in their chest, and the reason is that they kind of develop antibodies much faster as compared to adults. So that may be the reason why kids have not been on the higher intensity spectrum.
Immature adults will fall into the same category then. Adults with childish regressive behavior.
Yeah, unfortunately, that doesn't work that way. I wish it did. Then we'd be safe. But yeah. But the second part of the question is actually very important. When they said that, then what's the point of them taking the same precautions? The point is that they need to take precautions not to protect them. Number one, to protect themselves, but to protect those vulnerable in their families. So they will be going home, meeting their parents, their grandparents, their aunts, their uncles. So they can be transmitters of the virus for somebody who's more vulnerable. So hence the precautions.
Oh, well put. One last thing as we end the show, we forgot to mention your podcast. Because you talked so much and all your talk was about female genitalia, and I was captivated.
No, one more thing you asked, but you kind of glossed over. You said, can pregnant women and lactating women take it?
Correct.
Breastfeeding women. Yes. So the thing is, right now it hasn't been tested enough for it. The grand theory is that it's safe, absolutely, because we give flu shots to pregnant women all the time. So nothing really will happen. We have instances of women gynecologists and women doctors who are pregnant in the US who sign a waiver form for any side effects they may occur, and they are voluntarily taking the vaccine. In India, they don't allow it. So if you say you are pregnant, you won't get it. But say you've got the vaccine and you conceived the next month, there's absolutely nothing to worry.
But if you got the COVID vaccine and then you conceive or whatever happens to the child also, does the child get the immunity from the mother?
We don't know yet, but most likely no.
I would like to experiment, take part in that experiment if there's anybody willing to, and then, maybe your lovely hospital without the degrees in the back will look after the children, because, budget is always a constraint for us as we have more and more. But listen, Doc, it's been great. Just quickly, tell us about the podcast. Let's just squeeze that in.
So we have a podcast called She Says She's Fine. We discuss women's health. We've done 2 seasons already. The first season is everywhere. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, everywhere. The second season was bought over by Audible, and it's only on their platform. If you're an Android user, it's on Audible Suno, and otherwise on iOS devices, it's on Audible.
So, Silvari, Munjal's Gujarati acumen came in handy, not in medicine so much, but definitely in his podcast. He's now gone straight to...
No, but now that we are going to end up doing season 3, we are going to put it everywhere again, because we want it to be more available. We never did it for the money. Right. We talk about things that are
slap on my face. It's just like that UP guy who came and whose wife got angry.
But we want it to be more accessible around the world and not be locked in regionally.
Can I also mention that I listened to some of your podcasts, and there's episode 7 in the first season, which is breathtaking. It's just wonderful. It features I can't remember the names of the guys. There are 2 guys with you, but just episode 7. Please check the
season
podcast
2 episode 7.
Season
it's
2
about
episode 7.
Fatherhood.
Fatherhood. Yeah.
There's one star. I can't remember the name, but there's this big draw.
Yeah, it starts with N. His name. Once you research it. All right. Listen, so that answers all your questions. Take the vaccine. The doctor says, please take the damn vaccine. Stop arguing. You're lucky enough to get one. Whether it's 84% or 98%, doesn't matter. Take the bloody vaccine. That's the point he makes.
Yes.
All right. Cheers, doctor. And we'll go offline for more vaginal diaries.
Awesome.
Vaginal monologues. Yeah.
Vaginal monologues, yeah.